I need to. What's going on?
Yes, the foundation we laid down was so strong, and it's just like,
Live and also on Stationhead, so make sure you guys tune in for the actual station first. R&B singer signed to the rock, my pretty. Let's go.
Somebody tried to call me, like they don't know I'm live. Like,
what's going on, world? Let me give Marysweetness, aka Sweetness, StaxRadio-Approved to Main Street Throwback Independent Artist, and it pays to be a listener. And you know we specialize in a good receipt. Today we're celebrating a Willard Carroll Smith, aka Will Smith, who came to the scene to early 80s to mid 90s up into 2000. He spawned hits after hits with music, movies, and productions. But before we get started, I bless everyone, including myself, with the never-ending cycle of increase and enjoyment. Make sure you guys stick around so you can qualify for our cash bag. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we want to say thank you by giving back to the community, even though we already do that with our cash bag. But we linked up with Chime, and we'll talk about that later on through the video. Right now, we're talking about Will Smith and the latest from his project, which is called Will. Lucas Joyner featuring Will. It's called Will. And of course, we're talking about the controversy with his wife, with her up-and-coming book called Worthy, Miss Jada Pinkett Smith. Jada Pinkett Smith. Yes, I said it right the first time. Okay. As you guys already know, Will Smith came in the scene in the mid to early 80s, and his career has spawned not just productions, but of course music. And of course, he's been in hits like The Men in Black, I, Robot, etc. It said that Will Smith is to be one of the most bankable men in Hollywood. His career has banked over $9.3 billion globally and worldwide. So Will Smith is that dude. Don't sleep, excuse me. And not only that, Will Smith, he has opened the doors to people that are in music that can get branched over to careers in acting and things of that nature. So if it was for Will opening the doors, we wouldn't have the example of what the career in music can look like after hip hop and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Will is known to be something called a commercial rapper, quote unquote. A lot of people downplayed Will Smith's career because he was a commercial rapper and he didn't go to the quote-unquote hardcore rapping. But it would look kind of corny because Will Smith is not that type of rapper. He's a commercial rapper, he's a love-friendly rapper, and he made his career to branch on music that didn't have to have the status quo of cussing or bringing any type of vulgar energy to his music, and he's sold millions. So that should teach you guys a lesson, okay? All right, so Willard, aka Will Smith, is one of the people in the music and production that you need to definitely respect. Not only spawning hits like Summertime, which is still a bop, Nightmares, of course, and things of that nature. But Will Smith has definitely been the blueprint for a lot of people up into present day. So we're going to talk about the pros and the motherfreaking cons of the latest from his project called Will, featuring Joyner Lucas, featuring Will Smith, excuse me. Like I like the fact that the music comes on with strings. I like the strings. I like the music. I like how it goes. It's like almost a play tune in the background, and they both complement each other, ride the beat. Now, a lot of people don't think that Will is so high skilled with lyrics. That's not true. The bars are there. The lyrics are there, and I like the fact that Will Smith always shouts out his queen, Jada Pinkett Smith. Say what you want to, but these two have been a tag duo since the late 90s. As you guys already know, Will Smith and Jada have been married for 23 years. As you guys already know, we'll get to that in a millisecond. Now, Will Smith, they both complement each other on the track, and I like how Will rides out the beat, and of course, Lucas says, I wasn't blessed with no Uncle Phil. Now, you guys already know that when Will Smith came out, we paid attention to him when he had that big hit series called Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where he played a guy that basically came from next to nothing, and he got upgraded in the upscales of Bel-Air with his Uncle Phil, and we guys already know what happened with that story. Now, just give y'all an FYI, I hope I'm not telling my age. When I was little, I couldn't wait for the Fresh Prince not only to come on, but I couldn't wait to Will Smith premiering his up-and-coming music. So back then, what he did was he not only infused his artistry, but he infused his hip-hop career right after the hit sitcom. So I thought that was very, very creative. So you go, Will Smith, for opening the doors, for doing stuff like that, cha-ching, and getting you a coin. So through and through, I like the song. The song Will. It's really a year old, but the song's pretty much the latest from Will Smith. I like the simple fact that they both complement each other. Now, the only cons that I give to this song, Will, is that they didn't make a video. I think it would have been so cool if Will did a video, but Will doesn't have to do anything because Will is already bankable, okay? Okay, with millions and billions of films, I don't have to make no footage for y'all if I didn't want to. But the only cons is that I wish he would have made a visual for the song, because the song is absolutely fire. So I give the song 10 on the board, okay? So while we're here, now, just recently, his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, has wrote a book called Worthy, where she's getting to some detailed details about her marriage, which a lot of people didn't know that they were separated for a long time, but they just been, I guess, co-parenting, of course, but making it front for the public that they're still together, but they're really separated. E.I. the slap. Jada has since said offline that, she didn't even know that Will was going to do that. Listen, come here. Jada, I'm going to need you to stop lying. You know you done nudged that man and said, listen, if you don't chin check Chris, I'm going to smack the ish out of you, because Will and Jada, but Jada gives me very much, I'm going to punch you in your head energy, okay? She gives me very much, she be flying off the handle. She might be little, but she look very powerful, and she look like she be smacking the ish out of Will, okay? It's the Jada Pinkett show in that house. That's the image that she's giving me, allegedly, okay? But word on the curb is that, seriously. These two have been married since 1997. As you guys already know, Will was married prior to a woman named Cherie. If you guys know her whole name or the correct name, put it in the comments. He was married to a woman named Cherie. They produced a son. And but word on the curb is that Will had always had his eye on Jada. Word on the curb is that Jada really auditioned for a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as his girlfriend, but they did not hire Jada because she was too short. And when Will Smith tried to holler at her behind the scenes, she was not hearing it. She ended up dissing him and flagging him off. So the co-host on the show said that Jada would be filming for a different world. Will then did hunt down, Jada Pinkett to find her, to ask her out, but he ended up meeting his first wife. But he always had eyes for Jada, even when he was married. Word on the curb is that as soon as the relationship called it quits, he pawned for Jada, and they started to date, and they started dating, they started to go out. Now, offline, Jada has said that, not Jada, I'm sorry. Offline, Will has said that he always had a thing for Jada, and he always wanted to be married. So, of course, that was his dream girl, and his dreams came true, and they ended up getting married and producing 2 children. Now, Will and Jada have been married. Now, Jada said that she's offline. She said that she really wasn't the marrying type, only because she didn't quote unquote understand the traditional level of the commitment of marriage, but they two somehow made it work. Now, talking about Tupac, when it comes to Tupac, as you guys already know, Jada and Tupac, they are just enchanted love since they were children. They grew up together, and they just went their separate ways, but they always stayed in touch. When Tupac went to jail, they said that Jada always kept in contact with Tupac. Tupac secretly wanted to marry Jada, but Jada said no. Now, word on the curb is that Jada and Pac, they were friends, but Jada didn't want to settle down with Pac because she knew that Pac simply wasn't ready, but they always want to be friends and twin souls. Now, I do believe that Tupac was secretly in love with Jada, but he just didn't know how to approach it. He didn't want to break her heart because he knew deep down inside that he was a playboy. Allegedly, okay? Well, anyway, through and through, Jada and Will Smith, they made it work, and they end up getting married. And now to while we're here. Now, I want y'all to stop playing in my face, Jada, and WillSmith. I want y'all to stop playing in our face. These two will never get a divorce. I'm going to tell you why. First of all, wealthy people like that don't get a divorce, okay? They got too much invested in each other. She's making a book. She's putting her husband on out there on Front Street again. But let me tell you something. Jada don't do nothing unless Will give her the cosign on that. Trust me, okay? We did our investigation. But that's it. That's all I'm gonna give y'all. If y'all want the full receipt on what we really know, you gotta go to Stationhead.live /Marysweetness. Well, I'm done with this. I'm your girl Marysweetness, aka Sweetness. StaxRadio to Main Street Throwback Independent Artist, and it pays to be a listener. Make sure you guys continue to follow us on WBA. Facebook.com/Marysweetness 77 Sex Radio Group, and Instagram Miss Albeedooent. And also we've linked up with Chime. If you qualify for a qualifying direct deposit, you get $100 on us. And also Chime has all type of benefits to have. They have something called Spotify, and if you get paid 3 days in advance. And they also have Spot Me. So if you're short if you're short $20 to $200, they'll cover that. And also they have something called Spotify. So if somebody has a Chime account, they can also spot you some money and send some money to your account. And also Spotify has linked up with Better Business Bureau. So if you are someone that cares about your credit, that can help towards your credit. And they also give you a Spotify credit card. All right. So we want to know in the comments, do you think that Jada Pinkett Smith and WillSmith are playing in our faces, that they set this whole thing up for publicity to her new book, Worthy? We want to know what you think in the comments. And we also want to know, what do you think from the latest from WillSmith? Do you kiss it? Do you this? You don't even care? Or do you like this couple together? You don't like them together? You don't care? We want to know in the comments. Well, anyway, we'll see you on this show. Stationhead.live /Marysweetness. And also, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers, and we thank you guys so much. We will see you on the show. Make sure you also download Stationhead.live /Marysweetness at 8:45 p.m. And if you're an artist, make sure you Instagram us, Miss Albeedooent, to make sure you get featured on our Fresh Friday show as an independent artist. And also, we're on TikTok, Marysweetness 64. I love you guys for watching. We will see you on the show. Peace.